Hey Sagittarius, welcome back. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Coach Liz. I am so happy that you're here. And I do want to say this because this is like take 20 when me trying to start your video. Well, I did start it, but I kept trying to introduce myself, but I cannot I cannot say it right, say my introduction correctly. So you could be struggling with your words right now, and I did struggle with my words in the previous reading that I did. So you could be struggling with communication. As I'm looking down at the cards, I did see truth in the reverse. So you could be having or trying to find the right words to speak your truth. So finding, you could be stuttering or trying to find the right words to say what you're trying to say, right? And I feel like with this trust energy behind it, you're needing to just go with it, right? If it's the truth, the whole truth, I'm hearing the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So you could be dealing with like legal matters, court matters, trust, right? Trust that things will turn out in the best way they can, or they will, just depending on the truth, right? So if there's a truth that you need to speak up about right now, could be the right time to do so, even if it doesn't come out exactly how you would want it to come out. Maybe just need to trust your gut and go with whatever comes out of your mouth, especially if it's the truth, right? Okay. All right. So, Sagittarius, this is going to be a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. I feel like I could be talking to a masculine Sagittarius, or your masculine, the person that you're dealing with can be a Sagittarius. So, maybe there's a truth that they need to speak up about, maybe tell you something, and they're having trouble speaking up about it. I do feel though, with this growth energy and knowledge, it does feel like this is something, the reason why it feels difficult is because you're applying a lesson that you've learned and you're growing. Like I'm hearing growing pains. So the truth could be a little painful. The truth could be painful, but it is making you grow, or it's helping you grow. You could be traveling or planning travel. Here, yeah, message. So there's either a message that needs to be delivered, a phone call that needs to be made, something that needs to be spoken about for sure. All right, what message do you have for this Sagittarius? Let's see what comes out. Yep, message, jealousy. Oh, maybe somebody was jealous at the fact, either jealous because of your money, because of what you do for money. Okay, what messages do you have for Sagittarius? Gratitude. You could be 35 years old, or the number 3 and 5 could be significant. And number 8 could also be significant. You could be going through a lot of changes right now, Sagittarius. There's also a need for you to show gratitude for what you do have, what you've been able to build. I feel like also you're getting ready to like step into your power as well. Like you're following your light, your inner light is shining, right? You're allowing your inner glow to shine through. Something about divine timing as well. Like there's either you've had to do a lot of work on yourself, you've had to do a lot of work on yourself. There's something that you had to shed light on when it came to yourself, right? Like your inner self. And I feel like you've been doing a lot of work, putting in a lot of work into yourself, your higher self. And you're getting ready to tap into either abundance, things coming in. You're getting ready to receive a certain amount of like either good fortune, abundance. And there's a need for you to show some, gratitude. Be grateful for what's coming in or what you've already been able to build. Can I get one more for this gratitude energy for the Sagittarius? Failed, release. So something being revealed, and going back to that truth energy, there's either a truth that's being revealed or coming or being exposed. There's something like there's someone shedding light on a particular situation that needs to be released, removed. Now, this could create some sort of explosion, like a fiery outcome. I know I'm talking to a fire sign, so your temper could potentially try to get in the way, but you need to transmute that energy. And the way you can transmute it, like turning anger into power or anger into love, I'm hearing. Focus on the things that you do already have, the things that your health, right? Your job, the one that if you have right now, if you're currently employed, right, is secured. If you're living in a home, you have four walls to go to. If you have children that love on you, family that loves on you, friends that love on you, kind of like pay attention or focus on the things that you do already have. Anything outside of that could be considered or could tend to turn into greed. My goodness, my words. So if you're having trouble seeing the things that you're already been blessed with, right now it's a good time to remove the veil and look around. I'm hearing look around. Look at the things that you do have, and that's going to help you transmute this anger that you could be harboring or temper. Your emotions, like, yeah, it just feels like some truth really shook your your inner core. I'm seeing a lot of blue, so communication is heavy right now. Your emotions could also be heightened, like there's an energy of things coming to a head, emotions running high. But whatever this truth is that needs to be exposed or spoken up about, it's going to create a new life for you, a new way of living. This almost feels like, when something happens, right? Like maybe, you fucked up, you messed up somewhere down the line, right? Whatever. We all make mistakes. No, nothing new here, right? We all make mistakes. You realize you made the mistake. Okay, cool. You're either going to continue to cover up the mistake or you're going to face the mistake and learn from it and go in a different direction. And I feel like if this is you, Sagittarius, if you feel like you need to speak up about something that you've been harboring, that you've been holding on to, it is time for you to speak your truth. And that's already going to set you on this new path. You're going to turn that anger into fire, into passionate fire. You're going to transmute it so that you're able to use that energy for something more productive. Let's put it that way. But you have to release. Something needs to be released. And I think what needs to be released is the veil. And by releasing the veil, you're going to release the truth. You're going to expose some sort of truth. There's something that needs to be spoken up about. There you are, Sagittarius. So divine timing could be at play. Patience could be called for, because there's a lot of things changing and shifting. But the shift is happening because you are shifting. You are changing. You are seeing the truth about a certain situation. Maybe it has to do with some sort of like financial matters, something to do with your money, some sort of like court situation. And I know I'm not seeing this has to do with laws, traditions, beliefs, maybe your beliefs behind money, how you view money. You're starting to realize how money has maybe I don't know, maybe controlled your actions in some way. Or maybe you're finding out that someone betrayed you when it came to money. Huh. Okay. I do see this new life coming in. So something is definitely changing. And the reason being is because there is a truth being revealed, whatever or however that may be. Look, someone's been lying or in denial, but the moment that I'm hearing the truth shall set you free with the full energy. And you see how this Seven of Swords is looking right at the Fool. It's like, you know, the moment that you tell this truth, it's going to set you free, and you would be able to, or you'll be able to just get a sigh of relief. Like, you know, maybe there's a truth that needs to be told, or maybe there is a truth that needs to be exposed, revealed, accepted. Look, that's that truth energy, the Ace of Swords. I'm telling you, the truth will set you free. The truth shall set you free. Is this the... Okay, let's see. Let's get some tarot on this energy, Sag. Heavy on the truth, whatever that may be. There's something that you're planning, trying to plan. You could be seeing 222 because you're starting on the timer, and I have that Two of Wands right here. So there's decision making, planning. I don't know why I'm picking up on researching. Maybe you're researching something to be able to make a plan. Okay, what messages do you have for the Sagittarius? What is this that we're tapping into? All right, so heavy on the money, Five of Pentacles. And you know what? I'm picking up with this. Here's the Hierophant again. So something about your beliefs behind money. Maybe your lack mentality. Maybe you had a lack mentality, right? Maybe you believe that you had to work extra hard to feel or to get financial abundance, right? For some of you, I mean, you could be dealing with someone, if this is not you, if you could be dealing with someone who does have a lack mentality, who felt like they needed to use their charm in a way to get some sort of money. Use their charm, but then like betray them or lie to them in the end. I hope this is not you, Sagittarius. Or maybe you felt like somebody backstabbed you when it came to betrayed you, backstabbed you when it came to this, like, I'm hearing money, an offer. Okay, we're about to see. What is this? Because I'm getting a lot. What is this Five of Pentacles for Sagittarius? Wheel of Fortune. That's that change, turning point, good karma. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus, or Aquarius. Your views about money is changing, right? And with the I'm seeing the Judgment at the bottom of the deck. So you're making a judgment call. You're finally putting your foot down. You're deciding to see things. I feel like your relationship to money is shifting. How you view yourself, maybe even your self-worth. It's like something in you, you find it's like you got tired, or you're tired of doing something, repeating something. Maybe there's a repetitive cycle, uh and you're starting to realize, like, you're lifting the veil, right? You're releasing a thought pattern or a way of thinking or believing. You're seeing things. um I don't see the hangman yet, but for some reason I'm picking up like hangman energy. Like, you're shifting your perspective. You're seeing things from a higher perspective. Maybe things got really low for you. Maybe your finances, but even you, just you, like how you felt, your health could have been affected as well because of how you were feeling towards yourself. Now, and now the, your physical was showing the symptoms of your lack mentality as well. Maybe you kept getting sick, maybe you kept getting colds. I'm hearing head sinus infections. I don't know. I don't know where I got that from, but when I see cold, I always see like some sort of sinus infection. mm. But you're coming out of that. You're being reborn into a completely different version of yourself because you're being pushed to grow, expand. And it does. I feel like it does have to do with money, how you view money, how much value you put on money, and how much value you put on yourself. Message for Sag, the Tower. Ooh, this talks about arguments. Well, I see the Five of Wands, but there's like some sort of turning point. Again, it's like something had to fall apart. Something had to crumble. Something had to burn down. Something had to be released. Whether this is something in your outer world, I mean, either way, it's going to happen. You're going to experience it in the 3D. First, it happens within you, then you start to see it outside of you. So now that you're shifting your perspective, it's almost like you're watching things crumble. You're coming out of that, like you're coming out of that, but you're still like in the you're still in the midst of the change. So it feels lonely, it feels like loss, it feels like uncertain, it feels like you don't know who's who and what's what. Especially with this Five of Wands, there could also be like a lot of arguments around you, chaos, people not seeing eye to eye, and that's what could be causing the Tower moment, like you finally being tired of doing things a certain way. Maybe I'm hearing people's opinions could have, or people, yeah, people, maybe you care too much about what people believed or said or saw about you. But I feel like you're healing from that. I feel like you're healing from that illusion. I feel like you're shedding light. Again, something about light. You could be lighting candles. You could be just symbolically having to shed light on the confusion and the illusion, like seeing things for exactly what they are. There's an energy of like temper here, like tempers maybe firing up, someone being like very angry at something or someone. The Star, I love this. Oh, hold on, let me cover up. The Star energy, I love that because we just talked about illnesses and you potentially like getting sick or being sick, right? The Star talks about literally mental health, healing, Following your true north. Following your true north literally talks about speaking your truth, being in your truth, being in your, following your passion, whatever that may be. Mental health could be really big for someone, especially if there's like anger issues or problems. Someone's really working on healing that as well. If this is you, or you could be needing to heal some sort of like mental way of thinking, way of doing things. Your money is also healing as well as balancing out. The way you view money, the way you view yourself, the way you pour into yourself, like all of that is shifting. All of that is changing. You're being pushed to grow, to change with this Wheel of Fortune. Remember, the Wheel of Fortune, it talks about cycles, right? And cycles continue to happen like we are always on some sort of cycle. The cycle of life, the menstrual cycle, there's a cycle, right? It is a cycle. Nothing stays the same all the time, always. Nothing. So I feel like right now it just feels like a major change, major growth for you, because you're not only, it's not just, I don't feel like it's just about your money. I feel like this is deeper than that. This is deeper healing. This is deeper growth. Like I said, growing pains. I know I said something about growing pains because it's pushing you to ascend and elevate, to, it's really pushing you to go on your true path, like your true north, whatever that may be, whether it is with your career, your finances, your just your passion, your calling, what you were sent here to do. It almost feels like a complete redirection of your beliefs, what you actually valued, how you valued yourself, how you viewed yourself in this world. Maybe you felt like a lack of self, like identity, like you didn't know who or what you were supposed to be, like what you even sent here to do. And I feel like during this time, the light is being shed on those parts of yourself that, maybe you ignored for so long, which is why we have the veil and the truth popping out so much. Maybe now you're starting to see the truth about yourself, the truth about your own mental state, your own, how you approach certain things, your reactions, your temper, your anger, if that's something that you deal with, or someone that you could be dealing with, right? Maybe you're recognizing, you're lifting the veil on someone who does have these temper, either temper or anger issues, or mental illnesses. And I'm not saying leave them out in the cold, but sometimes we do need to release certain people or things and allow them to grow on their own, be on their own. Because if we stay attached, we could potentially enable, certain characteristics or tendencies. So sometimes we do have to leave certain people out in the cold. Not out of anger, right? Not trying to hurt them, but some things do require that solo journey. The number 8 is been popping out a lot for me today, so you could be seeing that as well, like the 888. What else do you have for the Sagittarius? The High Priestess. So you could be someone that's really intuitive, someone that's tapped into their intuition, someone that's very balanced. You could also be, there's an energy of secrets, right? Here we are with the secrets. So you could have been holding in a certain secret or holding on to something, not exposing something, not exposing the changes that you're going through. You could have also been doing like some inner research, like going through yourself, how you react to things, how your beliefs, how you how you view things, what's important to you, your values. Like, I feel like you're really doing some deep inner soul searching and healing. And I love that for you, Sagittarius. I do. You could also be working with someone that is very intuitive, like a mentor, a counselor, a therapist, a coach, a tarot reader, someone that's into the occult or like esoteric knowledge, things like that. This is someone who's very tapped into their intuition, who's very knowledgeable. This person, if you are working with someone like a therapist or counselor, this is someone that can help you through those changes as well, help you bring balance into your life. This is a divine feminine energy. This is someone who is very knowledgeable, not only in like the 3D world, but also like the supernatural, the beyond, right? Like they're very tapped in. They're also very like fruitful, right? This is a person who, it's a divine feminine. So if this is if I'm talking to a masculine, this is somebody that you could be working with or connecting to, or may need to connect with, or work with. If you're having, if you just need help through the changes, through the transformation, because it can be difficult. Just like the butterfly, right? The butterfly and the going through the cocoon, like it is a very uncomfortable. It's going literally from a caterpillar, which is one type of animal, to a completely different fucking type of animal, a butterfly. From one that could not fly to one that can. Like, that's not crazy to y'all? To me, a butterfly in their cycle of life is completely amazing. Like, to me, it's amazing. And maybe that's what you're going through, Sagittarius. Maybe you were so used to doing something a specific way, but now you're being called to completely become someone or something different. Whether before you couldn't fly and now you'll be able to, because you're going to be lighter, because you're going to shed certain layers of yourself that need to be removed. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. You're releasing, and transmuting. So I feel like I am talking to a divine masculine, but with this transmute energy, it lets me know like you are turning your pain into your power. You could be seeing 44. I've been seeing the number 44 a lot. Listen, this type of transformation that you're going through, Sagittarius, is not easy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It feels very painful. It feels very overnightish, like from one day to another type shit. Like it just really, it feels like from 1 minute you were one way and the next day you woke up and you're like, you know what, I'm fucking tired of being this way or doing things this way or dealing with XYZ. And I don't know, it just feels like you're either tapping into your intuition, you're going within, or you're working with someone that's going to help you make these changes, help you heal through this, help you bring that balance into your life, because you're ready to expand. Exactly, like you're ready to grow. You're ready for something new, for some new type of energy. I love this. Okay, the 7 of Cups wanted to pop out. That's confusion, that's illusion. Let me get one more for the Sagittarius. Be careful for people that are trying to bring this energy into you, to your circle, to your aura, whatever. Listen, if you already made your decision on changing and making the changes or healing, if anybody comes in that creates some sort of illusion, confusion, or, telling you that you got options, there's other ways of doing things, that you don't need to do XYZ, it's a big no for them. A big no is a no for them. Tap into that courage, that strength, that inner strength. Tame that beast. Don't allow the confusion and illusion to knock you off your path. Tame the beast. Maybe you are someone that has a temper, right? Or as some would say, anger issues. Okay, maybe that could be the case, but that doesn't mean you have to stay like that. And I feel like you realize that. I feel like you realize that it's just taking a certain strength within you to want to make the change and actually make the changes. What else do you have for Sagittarius? Three of Cups. I'm telling you, as I say that, I'm telling you, if anyone tries to create confusion, for some of you, there could be someone who deals with maybe partying too much, drinking too much, listening to others' opinions that create some sort of confusion or illusions. This could be someone that you're emotionally connected to. I could be someone that you're emotionally connected to, but this also feels like it is a community of people that could be creating some sort of chaos around you. And the chaos comes in confusions and illusions, not necessarily like them doing anything towards you, but this does feel like it's giving your friends telling you to do something different than what you've already decided to do. Now you're all confused and you don't know if you should go on with a decision that you've already made. Type shit. I don't know. Be careful, Sagittarius, with that type of energy. What about let me get Three of Cups. What's this Three of Cups? Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, I don't know. This could deal with either, if I am talking to a masculine, and it almost feels like I am, there could be energies around you where someone's trying to persuade you to do things their way. They could be using like their looks, their sex appeal to create confusion or illusion. I feel like them and their friends, maybe, whoever this could be, you could be emotionally connecting to this person. But this is someone that looks good, smells good, you know, their sex appeal is bomb, they're sexy as fuck. So maybe that could be creating some sort of confusion, I don't know. Or options. You could be dealing with different options, right? I'm hearing roster. You could have a roster. Don't get caught up in the illusions. Not every option should be tried or tested. Not everything that shines is gold. I don't know. I also feel like, you know, be confident in what you've already decided and take action towards it. Don't allow others to like confuse you, or they don't allow others' opinions to get you off track or take you off track. Like if you've already made a decision to follow your intuition, there's a need for you to stay grounded in that decision. Because the tower moment is only gonna get worse if, you know, you keep putting it off. Okay, Sagittarius. Well, I'm happy for you that you've been doing the healing or decided to do the healing. Also, I'm praying that if you have been sick or experiencing some sort of illness, you know, that you're coming out of that as well, like you're healing that as well. And I feel like if you're still stuck in that illness, tapping into your intuition can help you come out of that, can help you balance things out. All right, let's skip the closing message for Sagittarius. Let's see what message comes out for you, Sag. What message do you have for Sagittarius? Trying to see if I get anything else. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana, which means that whatever it is that you're going through are definitely like major changes in your life. Like when you get older, you're going to look back at this time in your life and you're going to be like, damn, I remember when so and so, or how I used to so and so. Like, you're going to look back at this time in your life and you're going to be like, sheesh, I grew up. Sheesh, you could be 35 because I see it again. I know I said it earlier. 35. Yeah, the number 35 could be significant. All right, what else do we have for Sag? To be fair. So going back to the court matters, legal matters, making things fair. Maybe that's the truth that you're needing to speak up about, to make something fair or even or just. All right. It says life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move from stasis to doing, from discovering to loving, to letting go, to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you're not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. I think I said something about you being tired of doing things a specific way, and that's why you're shifting things, you're changing things. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed. So exactly. The Wheel of Fortune literally talks about good karma, bad karma, what goes up must come down, what you do is what you're going to get. So that's exactly what's happening. It's almost like you're starting to realize that this lack mentality or the way of thinking that you've been in is what's been creating your outer world, right? The destruction, the deceit, the illusions. Now I feel like you're starting to realize how that has been projecting out of you. So you're going within to heal certain parts of yourself, bring certain parts of yourself to balance so that you can grow and transform into something, I'm hearing, lighter, healthier, to bring things into harmony, balance, peace, happiness. Yeah, see, after this chaos, I know we saw the Five of Wands, comes happiness. So you just have to take that leap. You just have to take that leap into your new beginning, into your new direction. All right, Sagittarius, that is the message. I hope it brought you a little bit of clarity, a little bit of guidance. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.